Hi, my name is Stephen Oko. They call me Director Bishop. I'm a Nigerian multi-award winning filmmaker, director, writer, cinematographer, editor, and I am also a film lecturer. Yes, a lecturer in film and media arts. And this video or tutorials rather is in response to demands from my students to do a step-by-step audiovisual editing guide for them. Let me give us a background on film and audiovisual editing. Film editing is the art and technique of assembling recorded footages into coherent and engaging narrative. The whole essence is to put together all recorded footages to tell a filmic story. In simple terms, it is the sequential arrangement of recorded videos on set to tell a filmic story. So what's the purpose for film editing? Film editing is for storytelling, most importantly, for pacing, for continuity, for emotional impact. Storytelling means the rushes or the videos taken on set are arranged sequentially to take us on a story journey, on a filmic experience. Then continuity simply ensures seamless flow between shots. You don't cut from where my hand is going to my head on a long shot, and on a close-up shot, my hand is going to my chest. So we must ensure that seamless flow. That is what we call continuity. And also for emotional impact. By emotional impact, I mean I'm referring to the use of camera shots, the various sizes of shots, and also the grading, the lighting, and all that. Okay, so film editing, there are basically three types of film editing. All right, the first and foremost type of film editing is the in-camera editing. This is a system where you do all your edits inside the camera. For instance, if you have a mobile device like I do, by just pressing record, pausing, changing the camera angle, pressing record, pausing, another camera angle, continue record, pausing. Now you discover that by the time you save this shot, when you play it seamlessly, it tells a story, giving you a long shot, a close-up shot, and an extreme close-up shot. So that's one way of video editing. Now, another form of video editing is the linear video editing. Now, this is used majorly for live events. Let's say you have a concert, you have a live event, a conference. It's used when you have a video mixer. All right, so you use a video mixer, connect to all your cameras, and with the video mixer you can shift shots from one camera to the other. You could also apply effects, transitions, and with the use of other softwares like OBS and so on, you could also add text and all that. So that is linear editing. All right, so our concentration today is going to be on non-linear editing, because that's what we use basically for film. So non-linear editing simply refers to the use of softwares, computer programs for video editing. Okay, softwares like Adobe Premiere Pro, Final Cut Pro, Avid Media Composer, DaVinci Resolve, CapCut, and of course I hear that AI too does some editing now, though I've not tried it. All right, so since nonlinear editing is done with the use of the laptop, here are a few specifications you might need to consider for a laptop, though it depends on the size of editing you will be doing. At least anything from 8 gig RAM, at least a 500 gig memory, all right, and then probably a Core i5 upward. Try as much as you can to get anything from 8th generation upward. That would work too. Okay, so let's get down to business. Now, you start your video editing experience by launching in. Oh, by the way, we are going to be using Premiere Pro, Adobe Premiere Pro for our tutorials today. Why? Because I've used Adobe Premiere Pro for over 15 years and I've gotten so familiar with it that I feel there's nothing I need in other software that it doesn't have. All right, there are times that, yes, depending on the camera used, most of the times I feel DaVinci Resolve gives the best for Blackmagic cameras, but for basic editing, I like Adobe Premiere Pro because it has a very simple, familiar and friendly user interface. Okay, good. So let's give it a push. First, you start by loading your software. Mine is Adobe Premiere Pro 2025, like you can see on my desktop. So you double click to load. All right, depending on your laptop. Okay, oh, did I say 2024? No, 2022. Adobe Premiere Pro 2022. You double click depending on your laptop. For some laptops, you might have to go and boil bits, all right, and wait for it to load. Okay, but trust me, mine is not that category. All right, voila, we are in. Okay, you see your interface, you have your home, you have your new project, you have open project. If you had other projects opened, the projects will be listed here. So all you need to do is just click the project. But for the sake of this tutorial and for worth of time, let's go to new project. We are in. Now, what's the title of your project? Let's say test 1. Okay, the next question is location. Where would you like to store your project? So you click browse. I have a couple of rushes in my hard drive. This is actually some editing rushes for my students' production workshop. You know, the editor just delivered them some days ago. So let's see. Okay, let's just select so that I don't mess up their work. You can drop it okay, let's see hidden treasure. Drop it here. All right, now when you go down, you see video rendering and playback. Leave it on Mercury Playback Engine. All right, usually I've come to discover that the laptops or the systems you are using automatically save this into the default setting. Display format, time code, display audio, audio display format, audio samples is good. Then capture, leave it on HDV. HDV is high digital video, DV is digital video. All right, I know we all want to get high, so leave it on high digital video. All right, so you click OK. Voila, our interface is ready. So this is what we call the editing timeline. You see this box, this box, this box, this box. Okay, go on a journey with me. I'll tell you how they all work. But first things first, you start from here because this is your project box. This is where you bring in all the rushes or the videos you need to work with. So there are 4 ways you can bring in your videos. Okay, number 1, you can right click, go to import, then navigate to where your videos are. I told you ours is inside the hard drive, class of 2025, hidden treasure. All right, you could open the card, or let's see, I believe I have some good. I have some establishment shots here that I would want to work with for my. Okay, fine. You click, select, open. The files are importing. Okay, there are 4K files. That's why it's taking so much time. And voila, the shots are here. So this is one way to import files. Number 1, Control I, import, navigate to where the rushes are, and then you bring. Now let's try number 2, double click. All right, it will take you to where the rushes are. Select the rushes you want. Okay, select the rushes and bring them in. Okay, when you click open, they all go just like it was before. All right, that's number 2. Yeah, good. So number 3 now, we've done Control I, we've double clicked, All right, so number 3, you can simply just go to where the rushes are, trace them in your hard drive, go, hidden treasure, this folder. So click, but that one is still on. Okay, hidden treasure. So select them. All right, so let's select this point, drag this way, and then leave it here. You see that? So all your rushes are already here. So let's reverse quickly. Number 1, Control I, navigate to where the rushes are, select them, import. Number 2, double click on that pane, navigate to where they are, click open, they import. Number 3, go to where they are, copy and drag. Now with this, you can preview your rushes, okay? You see that? So this is your preview pane. This is where you can preview all your rushes. But you see, the thing about filmmaking is these shots are taken independently, and leaving them alone, using them without combining with other shots does not tell a filmic story. Okay, so we tend to tell a simple story of where we have a river in a village, in a remote village actually, where people come to do their activities. Some are washing, some are mining the sand there, and others are fetching water for domestic use. All right, so let's start with this now. Since this is a long shot, okay, this is quite beautiful. Now, first things first, you mark in to select from where you want picked. Okay, you see how beautiful this shot is, and then you mark out. Now this is where the work begins. This place is called your sequence. Okay, there are 2 ways of using the sequence. You can as well just click the video, follow the cursor, please. In all our tutorials, so long as it is computer based, I expect you to follow the cursor. So click on the video, actually left click, and then drag and drop on your sequence. You see, the video sequence preview has been created. All right, so you see that? You see that? You see that? You can preview here. That is one. Number 2, or another way of creating a sequence, you can decide to go to File, all right, then go to New, then click Sequence. But the issue with this system is you must know the settings of your camera. Was it shot on 1080p, 24 frames per second, or 24 or 25 frames per second? Or what camera was used? Was it RED? Was it S-Cam and all that? Okay? But if you ask me, I will tell you that this sequence is safer because it automatically creates the sequence in line with your camera settings. So you see now, we already have this. So we are establishing the background of our film. Okay, good. Now we might decide to stop here. By the way, if you want to magnify your screen or your sequence, you use the minus to reduce the size, you use the plus to magnify. Okay, so you drag. Probably we don't want this guy here, we don't want to see him. Okay, so you drag till this point. Now if you see this, so basically film editing, in some other clan they say that film editing is all about cutting and joining. Yes, I agree with them. Okay, now we put this on the timeline. We've seen something we want cut off, so you can drag your cursor to the end with this red symbol. You can cut it by dragging it to where you want it to stop. All right, Ctrl Z. Also, you can decide to use your razor tool to cut. All right, click and delete. Okay, yes. So let's continue our edit. We have established our river, yeah? Good. So let's see what other shots do we have here. Good. This is a shot of the ladies coming to the river. You see, it was not taken sequentially. This is how film is made. Sometimes the shots are not taken like that. So let's proceed. Let's see other shots that can build up to this. Oh, wow. Why didn't I see this? This is beautiful. Come on. I love this. I love this. I love this. I think I would like to start my film with this. Let's start our film with this. Let's start our film with this. Fine. Let's cut from where the movement starts. Move, and then reveal. Beautiful. I love this. I love this. All right. So let's replace it with this shot. Okay. So we have successfully replaced it with this shot. And what do you think should be the next shot now? Okay. So let's go closer and show activities of people mining sand in the river. You click, drag, and drop. So when you play back, this is what you have. River, still river, cut to people mining sand. Okay, you see that? Good. As the last person goes off the frame, you can cut, drag to cut, yeah? Then, people doing other activities in the river, like these people washing. What a beautiful scene. You just click, drag, and drop. So this is what you have in your preview. Okay. Walk past and back. Washing. Then what next? I think we've shown enough. Can we now go to our film story? Okay. Now let's have where is the scene now? Okay, no, these are other scenes. Good. So I think this is the point where our actors come down from. Okay, this shot looks quite soft. Let's try. I'm sure there should be another one. Okay, now that's the long shot of them coming in, but see, you see that? That's our sound guy on set. So I'm sure the cinematographer is smart enough to take another shot. Good. So you see, that's the continuity calling. She steps out, wait for the director. Okay. We need a longer shot before this. So let's try. Is it you? Or you? Guys, so this is the journey. Okay, you keep looking until you find. Okay, so we have this long shot. All right, she leaves. Okay, and then they come in. So you keep dragging to the point where you want. Now you listen for the director's call. Action. That is where you mark out. Okay, you mark out. You drag. Now they've left and this. So you can just pick this and drop here. Okay, so let's see if there's a closer shot. Let's see if there's a closer shot somewhere, which I know there should be. Closer shot. Nope. Closer shot. Okay. I think this is closer. Okay, this is closer. So let's say we want to pick up on this shot where she's already fetching water. Stop here. So remember that one of the things you must ensure is these shots are from the same angle. Are they? No, they are not. So if they are from the same angle, you will have what we call jump cut. So she's in the river, fetches water, pour. All right, so monitor this. She's in the river, fetches water, pour one, pours two. So if you cut this shot to the other shot, it will jump. Trust me. So this is it. From this scene to this scene. She enters. She's there. Good. You see that? So the transition, okay, it looks like a jump cut because the angles are alike. Yeah, the angles are alike. Okay, since this is a 4K footage, please do not try this at home. Make sure you get everything right on set, okay? But since this is a student practical, I will just manage this. You see? I'll reduce the size of the shot so it won't jump. See that? See? So you go, now this is how we have our filmic story. Play, play, play. The other ladies come. Okay, I think there was an issue. The director asked them to go back and come in again. Good. So you see, so we can actually, at this point, so that means our shot will have to come in from here. Okay, did I hear action? So, aha. So we can bring them in here. At this point, boom. Okay, after the action. Yes. Good. You see the seamless transition now? They walk in, do their business. They walk in, do their business, and they are out. So with this, we have told our stories. Okay? So now you can also decide to play full screen. Okay? Press Ctrl and this knob that looks like a minus under escape. You see? Now this is what we have. Playing to the next shot. Okay, the next shot. Okay, this is quite long. The next shot. All right. So with this, we've done our first draft, our rough cut. We've been able to tell stories. Okay, basically, this is how simple editing techniques are carried out. We've succeeded in doing some cutting and joining. All right. Now, you might decide to want to do more, but for the sake of these tutorials, this is the basic I can give you for now. All right. So I need you to go practice on this and then leave me a comment in the comment section, probably with your full name, your reg number, and the institution you are viewing this from. All right. If you have any question after trying this out, ask questions. We'll do a follow-up video on this. All right. So share with your friends who are interested in audiovisual editing. Let's have their feedback. Okay. So this is it for now. Don't forget to leave me a comment. If there's any aspect of film you are interested in and you want to be tutored on online, please leave it in the comment section. I will surely come back and give you another tutorial to that effect. Thank you for being part of this session. See you next time. I remain Steve Oko. Some of you call me Uncle Steve, some call me Bishop, but my industry friends call me Director Bishop. Thank you so much. To the guy behind the camera, Amy, thank you so much. See you on the next episode. Bye.